Hey, it's Greg Rizzer, and you're here with Connected Digital World.
With Army of Two, The Devil's Cartel coming out next month, we recently got a chance to sit down again with Greg Rizzer, producer from Visceral Games. We've talked to Greg before, so it was good to catch up with him and hear what's changed since last time. Enjoy the interview. And we've also got quite a lot of new gameplay footage.
The candles for the Day of the Dead, right? Get over it.
So, hi Greg, good to see you again.
Good to see you again.
So, for those who don't know you, do you want to tell us who you are?
Sure, my name is Greg Rizzer. I'm one of the producers on Army of Two, The Devil's Cartel.
Great, so tell us a little bit about the game.
Well, this is kind of a reboot for the franchise. People are familiar with the Army of Two the games in the past. We've had 2 previous games, but we wanted to reboot the franchise. We've got new technology. It's a fantastic engine, the Frostbite 2 engine. It looks fantastic. So we're able to deliver kind of the destruction that we've always wanted to have in the Army of Two franchise, and now we're really able to execute on that, so that's great. And then also we wanted to kind of refine the story. We're not completely serious, you know, we are saying that we have a grittier tone, but we still want to make sure that the fans of the franchise understand there's still going to be, you know, kind of like good buddy cop or, you know, partner comedy there. So we just wanted to assure people, don't worry, that's still in there. But yeah, that's kind of like the high level, you know, pitch for the game.
So we've previously seen a couple of levels of the game and a few demos.
Yeah.
Today you're showing off a new level of the game.
Yep.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, this is actually a church level. It's interesting, the drug cartels have come in and they've taken over a church and they use it for storage of weapons and guns and whatnot. And so this introduces kind of like a little bit, this is later in the game and you can see people playing. It's definitely a little bit more challenging. So what we've done here today is we've loaded up with a lot of the customized weapons that by the time people have played through the game, they're going to have earned money that they can use and buy some really cool upgraded weapons. So this is kind of a first look for people who haven't seen kind of the metagame matched together with, you know, the complexity of the game and how hard it can actually be, because this is a pretty challenging level.
So let's actually talk a little bit about customization. What can we customize?
Well, you know, we obviously, the fans have always known that we're all about the masks and the weapons. So we just wanted to make sure that we continued to deliver on that experience. So a lot of customizable masks. There's hundreds of masks to choose from, and also you can create your own mask with a really neat mask editor. So people spend hours and hours just doing that. I'm not one of those people that has. I prefer just to go to the, hey, what did the really good artist make for me, because I'm a terrible artist. But people who do have that can go in and really make some cool stuff. And then of course the weapon customization, really expanded on that. Just phenomenal amount of like accoutrements that you can buy for your gun. A lot of attachments, a lot of things that have an impact on the way that the gun performs in battle. So kind of a risk reward for maybe say going with a double drum magazine clip, which is going to slow the player down but then give them more rounds. These are the kind of things that we really took to the next level with the game.
So obviously it's a violent game.
Yeah.
It's not just shoot the guy who goes down, he pretty much obliterates depending on where you shoot him. What's the reaction been? Because obviously recently there's been quite a lot of negative publicity about gory games and shooting.
Yeah, we were, you know, obviously coming into this press event, we're fully aware of that. And, you know, John Riccatello has spent some time with the Vice President Joe Biden as part of the committee to help understand a little bit more about, you know, gun violence in the United States and whatnot. And the one thing that we've always said and the industry's always stood behind is there's no correlation between violent video games and violent acts. There's just no correlation. It's happened before, and we stand behind that belief. But obviously, we do want to be active in the conversation regarding gun violence.
So let's talk a little bit about the 2 new characters. So it's Alpha and Bravo.
Correct.
Tell us a little bit about them.
Well, Alpha and Bravo, you know, this is, and it's funny because people kind of said, but geez, those seem like just kind of, you know, interesting names for 2 new characters for a franchise. But basically what we wanted to do is reset with their names like that to allow people to kind of see more of their character development. So Alpha, it was ex-military. He was in the Army for a while. Then he kind of was recruited into the TW organization by Rios. So he was brought in the organization. Then Bravo kind of came in later as well. He only spent a brief time in the military before doing private security work, etc. So these two new characters, they have a different attitude than, say Salem and Rios, who are still in the game, by the way, but because we know that people still expect to see Salem and Rios. But yeah, that's kind of like, we felt like it was a good opportunity to start with two new characters, but still deliver the franchise, the TWO franchise for the fans.
I know you probably can't talk about this, but have you got any thoughts for possible DLC or additional content for us?
Yeah, of course we think about it, but yeah, and of course, yeah, we haven't made any announcements at this time. So,
and when's the game out for those who don't know?
March 26th. 2013, so it's going to be on Xbox and PlayStation 3.
Great, thank you very much.
Yeah, cheers, thanks.
Is it lunchtime yet?
Yeah, I could go for a taco.